The snowy days have gotten more frequent here in Nagano. Hi, this is Brett from Okibbe. And this is Gu-chan, doing the video editing. And of course, Uki-chan the cat. In this video, I'll talk about why and how Okibbe got started. Hope you find it interesting. I first got interested in it or became, I don't know, aware of the issues and problems when I first moved into a house on Ojika Island while I was still teaching English. Originally, which is the case with probably most of the English teachers in the JET program, is I was put in a concrete apartment block, which is standard issue for teachers in Japan. It's kind of like educational department housing. But you know, I didn't come all the way over here to rural Japan to live in sort of a concrete style apartment, especially out in the countryside with all of these nice traditional homes around. So I got help from some friends on the island looking for a place that I could rent there, and eventually found a small place that had been empty for a little while. Had been a rental house in the past, but I think it had been, I mean, it must have been a few years since somebody rented it. There were spider webs all over the place, and the tatami mat flooring was in really rough shape, so the tatami mats were replaced, and then I got to start sort of cleaning up this small little house, and that was sort of my first experience with moving into a sort of barely livable type place and fixing it up. And that house wasn't a kominka, wasn't an old, you know, traditionally built house, although it had kind of a traditional style, but it wasn't made with you know, the traditional joinery or earth walls, or, you know, it wasn't built on a stone foundation or anything like that. But it was kind of a nice little place to just sort of get the first taste of what it's like to work on houses in Japan. And so yeah, that's where I lived while I finished up teaching here, and then during that time I also had plenty of opportunity to go around the island and explore and see all of the other actual sort of traditionally built houses that were being left empty and falling apart and being torn down, and really wanted to get involved in preserving, or not really, preserving isn't the right word, but reinvigorating or bringing these houses back to life, because there are a lot of people actually that wanted to live in the island, that wanted to live in Ojika, as well as other, like now in Nagano, these rural communities. But there's a shortage of livable housing, and a lot of people, if you're going to move into the countryside, want to live in a nice minka, especially these days, has become quite popular again. So there's a need for that housing, but there aren't very many people who are actually doing the fixing up, or at least there's maybe, you know, more of a trend now, but at the time especially there was nobody really doing it. So yeah, I guess I wanted to get involved to try and tackle a number of different problems, both the lack of housing there and the loss of these beautifully built homes that are made to be repaired, made to be fixed up. Even if they're in really rough shape, for the most part, they can pretty much always be restored. It's just a matter of how much time and effort it takes, but all of the structural components are generally sort of exposed, and you can tell what needs to be repaired, and it's made to be repaired. So I feel like that's what ought to be done. So yeah, I wanted to learn about the traditional techniques. That's the part of things that speaks to me very deeply about these houses, is that they're built with natural materials, as locally sourced as possible, usually depending on the area, the trees from the mountain behind the house, earth from the surrounding area, etc. And so part of, preserving or revitalizing these houses is also a way of keeping alive this lifestyle of living close to the earth, close to the community and the resources that it can provide, rather than buying and importing everything from far away. I think it's much nicer to use the resources that we have at hand around us. It takes a little more work and time sometimes, but that's if you find joy in doing that work, and then it's can be a very enjoyable experience. You don't have to think of it as a negative to be doing this work. I enjoy being outside and working with these natural materials. So anyways, to learn how to do that, there wasn't really anybody on the island, on Ojika, doing these traditional techniques anymore, and so I just had to figure it out on my own, sort of by going into, started by getting a hold of an empty house that was in an unlivable condition, and moving in, starting from cleaning up one little tatami-sized space to sleep and live in, and then working on cleaning and fixing up the house from there. And in order to learn how things were put together and how things were done, I did a lot of dismantling of things. There were already walls that were half falling apart anyway, so pulling those walls apart and seeing how everything is built, what materials are used, how it's all tied together, what the different layers are composed of. As far as the woodwork, seeing how joinery is put together, and a lot of that was done through just sort of pulling things apart and seeing how it was made, and then trial and error and fixing it up. So a lot of the first places I worked on, while they were made livable, and then someone was able to come and live in that house after I moved on to the next project. Definitely the first places that I was working on, the quality of work was, is not obviously where it is now. A lot of the earth and shikui plastering and stuff that I did on that first house in particular is pretty rough and whatever, but that's to be expected. And just getting better little by little. And these days there's more of a community of people exchanging knowledge and have more connections to exchange ideas on how to do things. But at that time it was kind of trying to figure it out on my own. And then eventually the Hasegawas moved to Ojika, and we started the Okibbe project to try and work on fixing up some houses and also rescuing materials and craft items and tools and stuff that came from houses that unfortunately were being torn down, or we weren't able to save the actual structure itself. So and then doing some workshops. We did some workshops early on how to sort of prevent these places from getting into further disrepair until before you're able to do sort of a proper fix up on them, and also just some of the first steps that you should take when you first start working on one of these old abandoned folk houses. And now these days they have moved on to their own work and their own projects, their own guest house after we fixed up the place that they're living in now. And now I've kind of carried on the Okibbe name over here to Nagano to start new projects, kind of doing the similar thing that was done in Ojika before. So trying to get a hold of some of the older buildings in this community, and they've been empty for 20-30 years maybe, and the plan is to fix them up, make them livable, and attract new people back into the community. Oh, こんにちは。
ありがとうございます。この
餅もさ、よかった。
いいんですか。やったー、やったー、ありがとうございます。
どうぞ。
すいませんね、いつも。
あ、いいのいいの、ちょっと上にも行ける。